When Aaron Judge peeked over to his dugout on Monday night against the Blue Jays before hitting his second home run of the night, the baseball and Twitter world freaked out, with one side accusing or at least questioning Judge of some kind of suspicious behavior, while the other side called it stupid and not a big deal. After the game, the Blue Jays manager, John Schneider, made clear he was suspicious about what Judge was doing, also bringing up where the Yankees' first and third base coaches were standing. In fact, the Blue Jays went on to contact Major League Baseball about their suspicions, telling the league that the Yankees' base coaches were standing outside of the designated box during the game. Major League Baseball ended up not finding any suspicious or potential illegal behavior going on by the Yankees' base coaches, at least in their opinion. The whole reason this truly started in the first place was because of the Blue Jays broadcast, which brought up their suspicions of what Aaron Judge was doing, not blatantly calling him out and accusing him of cheating, but clearly implying such a thing. Judge's explanation for peeking at his dugout's direction before hitting the home run was that he was looking at who was chirping in the dugout, as some Yankees players were upset with the umpires, something that had just led to manager Aaron Boone getting ejected. According to Judge, he felt his teammates didn't need to be doing that, especially after their manager just got tossed, and that they should focus on winning the game. And after finding out what the Blue Jays broadcaster said and questioned him on, Judge wasn't happy, saying, quote unquote, "I got some choice words about that, but better to just keep that off the record." So you have the Blue Jays questioning the Yankees of cheating, Aaron Judge not being happy with being accused of cheating, and you of course have something brewing between these two teams heading into the second game of the series. And boy, did it not disappoint, but in a very unexpected and weird way. But before we get into what happened, if you enjoy the content and aren't subscribed to the channel yet, come aboard and consider doing so. Thank you. What a night it was in Toronto. And the drama started off with the Blue Jays manager apparently calling someone on the Yankees fat. Seriously. It all began when Schneider and the Blue Jays coaching staff started to yell at the Yankees coaches for not standing where they thought they should be standing at first and third base. That led to the Yankees barking back, and then the fat word was thrown around. Watch. Now, analyst Jack Curry on Yes Network, the network that covers the Yankees, thinks Schneider may have yelled "frat boy" to Harrison Bader rather than calling someone fat. I don't know, you tell me. But anyway, fat boy was not the end of the drama on Tuesday night at Rogers Center. A few starts ago, Yankees starting pitcher Domingo German had a little bit of a run-in with the umpires over his hands being too sticky, but in that game, they told him to wash it off. He apparently did, and he never was ejected or anything like that. Skip ahead to this game in Toronto, and German is dealing, throwing a perfect 3 innings, but on his way out to the mound for the 4th, was ejected for having his hands too sticky. I mean, how bad and embarrassing is that? The Yankees have all this controversy over them cheating, only for one of their pitchers to literally get ejected because he was found to have been cheating, or at least had too much of an advantage with his hands being too sticky. In fact, the umpire who threw German out of the game, James Hoy, said that Domingo German's hand was the stickiest he's ever felt, that it was definitely not rosin, and that his hand had a hard time coming off of his palm. That all totally doesn't sound weird.
It's the stickiest hand I've ever felt. My fingers had a hard time coming off his palm.
What?
Stickiest hand I've ever felt.
But the thing is, if they are cheating, like
and as you can see in this clip especially, it sure looks like German had a ton of goop on his hands, as it was even sticking onto his pants. Just not a good look, especially after already being in hot water about it a few starts prior. Oh, but the game gets better. In that same inning, after German was tossed, Aaron Boone started yelling and taunting the Blue Jays coaches from his dugout, calling them out for not standing where he thought they should be standing. In my eyes, I honestly don't think Boone cared about where the Jays coaches were, but was just using this opportunity to let them hear it because they were pissing him off. Whatever the case was, it was pretty funny and pretty petty. To top it all off, Aaron Judge then hit a go-ahead 2-run bomb in the top of the 8th inning to break the tie. But the tie wasn't the only thing to be broken. The home run ball was hit so hard and so far that it broke the Blue Jays maple leaf in center field. Seriously, like, what on earth is going on? After Aaron Judge was basically accused of cheating by the Blue Jays, he proceeded to hit another home run the next night, a big clutch one, and broke Blue Jays property while doing it. You can't make this stuff up. So the Yankees are apparently fat. The Blue Jays and Yankees coaches had a petty war. Domingo German is a cheater, Aaron Judge destroys property. What the hell is next? Stay tuned.